Hey, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I want to welcome you to the last part of your Black Stock Market Challenge. We call it the Black Stock Market Challenge because I'm black, and I'm proud to be black, and I'm here for black people. If you're not black, you can be here, but just know this is all about building the black community. But if you want to ride along, that is totally fine. So here's the last piece. What I want to do is lay out for you five mistakes you want to avoid as an investor. These are five deadly mistakes that will ruin you financially. This is one of the big reasons why so many people are struggling. I was raised and born into that. That's all I saw growing up. I saw a lot of financial devastation growing up, and once I learned how to break that cycle, it was very liberating. So I want to give you the five biggest mistakes people make when it comes to investing, and these are things you can carry with you that will make a difference for you. The biggest mistake people make when it comes to investing is to not invest at all. When you don't invest at all, what happens is that you don't have an appropriate investment vehicle. So imagine if everybody's going down the road in the vehicle. Some people have helicopters, some have bicycles, some have motorbikes, some have cars, and you're going down the road on foot. Well, even the fastest man on earth, Usain Bolt or whoever, can't keep up with even a slow car. So people who invest have vehicles that allow their finances to grow. Those who don't invest don't have any vehicle at all. So if you ever want to know how to get last place in a race, then kill off your vehicle, and that's what you're doing when you don't invest. The second mistake that people make is too much trading, too much what they call churning your portfolio, constantly trading, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling. Again, the stock market is not a casino. It is not a crapshoot. It's not something where you're trying to make fast money. The stock market is a place where you plant seeds and you grow slow money, but it becomes big money over time. It's very hard for me to explain how to get rich quickly, but I can easily explain to you how to get rich slowly. So the stock market is a place where people get rich slowly. If you do a lot of trading, what happens is not only are you going to lose a lot of money, but you're also going to get a lot of taxes because you get taxed more if you sell within a year than if you hold that investment for more than a year. The third thing is not being consistent. One of the things I think people should do is that you should have an automatic amount of money that goes into your stock portfolio every single week, not just every blue moon, every week, all the time. Investing should be as fundamental to you as eating. The same way you eat and you feed your body, you need to also feed your future. So investing should be something that's very consistent. It shouldn't be something that's done every now and then because that's not going to allow you to grow your wealth over time. Another mistake is not going hard when it comes to investing. Big mistake people make is I see people go hard when it comes to going to the club. I had a friend, every time he'd go out, he'd go on vacation, he'd spend big money on vacation. He'd take some girl out, he'd spend a ton of money on the girl he was dating. He would go and go to sporting events. He'd go to the Super Bowl every year. He went very hard on the things that he wanted, but he didn't go hard when it came to the things he needed. When it came to investing, he'd say, oh, okay, I put $10 in my stocks this week. And I'd say, well, yeah, but you spent $400 at the club the other day. Like, you told me about that. So why would you put more into the club than you put into your future? Why would you spend more money on your car note than you're putting into your future? You're investing more in the automobile manufacturer and their future than you're investing in the future of yourself and your children. So what I would say to you is go equally hard with all the things that matter to you. Go hard with your investing. If you want to play hard, that's fine, but you got to work hard so you can play hard. The last big mistake people make is putting too many eggs in one basket and not diversifying. There was a company called Enron. Enron was a company that was flying sky high. A lot of investors felt very secure because they had put all their retirement in Enron stock. It was going up and up and up. They felt like their wealth was growing. And guess what? Enron went and all these people lost everything. And it broke my heart to see that happen. But that's what happens when you don't diversify. You have to spread your money out, spread your money across stocks, spread your money across different asset classes, spread your money even across different apps. Don't even put all your money on the same app. Like, eventually, once you get a little bit, kind of spread that out because that's a good way to protect your wealth. So here's my final assignment, and then I'm going to make an offer to you if you'd like to go deeper and learn more from us. We're the best in the world at what we do, and I'd love to teach you, and I have some awesome things in store that you can take a look at if you're interested in going deeper in your investing journey. But two things I want you to do. One, I want you to implement some sort of automation rule that involves investing. So two rules I'm going to throw at you. So let's say two things. I'm going to give you two rules you could try. One is what I call the fast food rule. That means that a good way to begin as an investor is to commit to yourself right now, today. I will never spend more money on fast food or eating out than I put into my own future, into my own stock portfolio. What does that mean? That means if I go to McDonald's and I drop $12.45, then I'm gonna get on my app and I'm gonna buy $13 worth of stock. If I go to Applebee's and I spend $38.44, I'm going to go put $40 into my stock app, or maybe keep it on a piece of paper to make sure that I never, ever, ever waste more than I invest. That's one key to making yourself a positive net worth person, because you're going to be different. Most people in our community, including college graduates, do not and will never have a positive net worth, just starting from the fact that student loans have already murdered their whole financial future, right? So if you're in that category, don't feel bad, but we got to work. We got to do some work, and I've got some ideas, but you got to do the work. You won't get there by doing what everybody else is doing. The second rule you might want to try is I put together something called the $5 a day investment plan. You may have heard of it. If you haven't, that's okay. That you can get the free ebook if you're part of the Black Business School. The $5 a day plan basically shows something very basic, but very just so beautiful, that if you look throughout any time through American history, if a person invested $5 a day and they did it for 10 years, and even if they were randomly picking stocks, not even thinking about which stocks they were picking, just diversifying and holding, like I told you, they would have $30,000 after 10 years. After 20 years, they'd have about $102,000 to $105,000. After 30 years, they'd have about $250,000. After 40 years, it goes up to about $750,000. Now, $5 a day is an easy number, because that you can't even buy a Popeye's chicken sandwich and a drink for $5. You can't. Right? So anybody who can afford to go to Popeyes can afford to invest. Now, if you are serious, though, about your future, like you're really serious about this wealth thing, and you're ready to pay the price necessary to put your family ahead and to give your children and grandchildren the head start they're going to need to deal with the fact that they're black, I say don't do the bare minimum. The bare minimum is for suckers, honestly, in my opinion. That's what I believe. I believe that black excellence means going as hard as you can and pursuing excellence, whatever that means to you. $5 a day, that's $150 a month. Most people spend more than that on their car note. I say, why not go $10 a day? Why not go $15? Why not go $20? Because if you go $10 a day, then you're talking about, instead of $750,000 after 40 years, you're talking about $1.5 million. If you go 15 or 20, you go 20, you're talking about 3 million, right? And now I'm not trying to tell you any specific number that you have to keep your eye on. I'm talking about just getting out of the struggle. I'm talking about breaking cycles. And breaking cycles requires an extraordinary amount of energy, the same way a rocket ship must have a lot of energy in order to break out of the atmosphere. You're going to have a lot of energy and a lot of commitment to break your family out of whatever devastating economic cycle has kept you contained to this point. So I'm willing, I'd love to be your guide in this process. I want to see you win. I'm going to make the offer to you in the next video. You can feel free to check it out. I hope you'll consider. The Black Business School is a great place to learn. We have 30-day, 100% money-back guarantees on everything that we offer. And we're the best in the world at what we do. And also, it's a great way to learn a lot without going into debt. Because as I mentioned, student loan debt is the #1 factor that is killing black wealth in America. And I want you to avoid that. So thank you for hanging out with us during the challenge. Congratulations. You have done it. You are now ready to rock and roll. And I wish you the very best. And feel free, if you could, please maybe email support@theblackbusinessschool.com and maybe let them know, give a testimonial or something. Let them know what the challenge did for you, because we'd love to be able to tell other people about your experience. So maybe send over a picture and a little quote or something, or a video, whatever you want to do. We would appreciate that, because we want everybody to know the power of economic empowerment in our community and what it means to really be black. So this video was a little bit longer than the 3 or 4 minutes I said, but since it's the finale video, I thought I would just go ahead and lay it all out there. So thank you for listening. It was great meeting with you, and I wish you the very best, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.